Startup founders get the highest valuation and best terms when they take a strategic approach to their fundraising. I'm Sam Wong, and I've done 5 startups with 3 exits over the last 2 decades. I'm a startup CEO coach, author, and instructor for a library of startup training classes. We're going to talk about how to use inflection points to anchor your fundraising strategy, which can increase valuation, improve terms, and accelerate your fundraising.
The right way to raise funds for your startup is to build a funding strategy. A funding strategy consists of 4 sequential components: funding approach, funding sources, funding vehicles, and funding targets. Together they answer 6 key questions. When should you raise funds? Why should you time your fundraise this way? How much should you raise? From where should you raise? What type of funds? And from whom? The first question is when to raise funds. This graph illustrates how a healthy startup grows its value in a manner similar to a set of stairs. It's important to raise funds after the company reaches an inflection point, which is a measurable milestone that dramatically increases value. The inflection points are the red diamonds on the graph. The right time to raise money would be the green rectangles immediately after the red diamonds. Why is it important to raise funds after reaching an inflection point? Because raising funds at the peak of the company's value increases the founder's leverage to seek optimal valuation and terms. So if there's a best time to raise funds, there's also a worst time to fundraise. That would be the period of time before you reach an inflection point. If you don't understand your inflection points, there's a high risk of raising funds at the wrong time for your company. It's important not to ignore the funding terms you receive from your investors. Most founders get fixated on valuation, and that's a rookie mistake. We walk through a real-world example of how these rookie mistakes can hurt the founders and employees in another video. Check out the video to learn why the founders of FanDuel filed a lawsuit after their startup was acquired for almost $500 million. When you look across all the startups trying to raise money, investors almost always have the advantage. So founders need to do the hard work to increase their leverage and make the playing field more level. When you know where your inflection points are, you can level the playing field and avoid strategic fundraising mistakes. So, how much should you raise? Founders need to raise enough money to get them past the next inflection point. Once again, this means you must know where your inflection points are. You need to know how much time and money it's going to take to reach that inflection point, plus a little more padding just in case. So we've talked about the importance of inflection points, but we haven't told you how to figure out the inflection points for your startup. We've got another short video that provides some high-level information. But if you want the full story, check out our 4-hour funding strategy training class on our website, fundablestartups.com.
If this was helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. You can also check out our other videos for more startup content.